Ladies and gentlemen, we have more massive news to go over today. We have some news directly from Nintendo themselves. We have some Switch 2 leaks to go over. And we have some news about the future of Zelda games. So let's go and get right into this video. So it's officially June, and we're waiting for that Nintendo Direct. But while we're waiting for that Direct, we seem to be getting news non-stop. So we have quite a few things to go over today. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, it would truly mean the world to me. Also, I just want to say thank you so much for the support lately. It's kind of overwhelming that we're starting to really grow and build a real community here. So thank you so much for that. And let's go and get right into this news. So a few days ago, we covered a patent from Nintendo, and it was breaking down this weird Joy-Con technology. It kind of made it look like it could click in and have a weird range of motion, and the normal Nintendo Switch Joy-Con is kind of rounded. This one was more dipped, I would say similar to a PS5 controller. And while it's not a look at the actual console, I do think it's still a look into the next console, because the Joy-Cons or the controllers are a major feature and identity for these consoles, so I think it was an interesting look. But today we have another look into the Joy-Cons, and this is like the actual Joy-Con, I think. So this is a patent that Nash Weedle found, and we can translate it here. Nintendo has already patented adapters for Joy-Cons to provide greater ergonomic in addition to other advantages through accessories that can be added or removed. I think that's what we were talking about, this rail system that can be slid onto the Switch Joy-Con, and then the Switch Joy-Con can be used on the Switch 2. Because apparently the Switch 2 Joy-Cons are going to be magnetic. In the Switch 2, the controller is going to have a great role, and we can have an easily configurable and adaptable controller. And then this is the patent. This thing looks kind of crazy. Somebody replied right here, isn't that the battery pack? But as you can see, this is something new entirely. This shape is pretty interesting to me. And Nash Weedle says one of those patents have been used, but another hasn't, and I think that's what we're looking at here. Regardless, it seems like Nintendo's going all out on minor things that are going to eventually be major things in the Switch 2, and it's getting me very excited. Before I move on, in the comments below, let me know what you want the Switch 2 Joy-Cons to be like, play like, feel like. What are you looking for in the next Nintendo console controllers? I mean, this is going to be a new generation of Nintendo, so we need to be looking for new generation or next generation things. And I think Nintendo feels the same way. This truly is the dawn of a new Nintendo generation. It's very exciting. Nintendo of America makes change to its headquarters, and that may seem like a very minor thing, but in my opinion, that signals something greater coming. So this was the original Nintendo sign, just Nintendo as Nintendo can be, just red, right? If you think of a Nintendo logo, this is what you think of. So what color should they change it to? I mean, it's gotta be something super colorful, super bright and vibrant, right? It's gotta be something amazing. Or does it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the new sign. And I absolutely love this. This reminds me of the 90s. This reminds me of the original Game Boy or the Super Nintendo era or even the NES era. This just reminds me of a retro Nintendo. And I don't think they would pick these colors for no reason. They could have just did red, they could have did black, they could have did white. Going with the gray and white, which we know is like a Nintendo color scheme, I think there's a reason. When people always ask me what do I want the Switch 2 to look like, I always say I want it to be Super Famicom themed. So maybe this gray, and then have the yellow, blue, green, and red buttons. I think they're on the Famicom, I can't remember. But to have those kind of buttons and just to look like something retro and modern at the same time. So I think this is a hint right here. Obviously they could just be painting something a color, and they probably are. But in my opinion, I think this is something a little bit more than that. But ladies and gentlemen, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the red or the gray? So a massive part of the Switch's success, well at least in the past 12 months, was Tears of the Kingdom. Well, just Zelda in general when I think about it. The Switch launched with Breath of the Wild, which is a system seller, one of the greatest games ever created, and they kind of ended the Switch with Tears of the Kingdom, one of the greatest games ever created. And I think The Legend of Zelda really does have a lot to do with the Switch's success and the Switch's identity. So it's interesting to see what the future of Zelda is going to be. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom developers share first anniversary messages. So I've already read through all this, but I'll just highlight a couple points. This is really sweet right here what Aonuma was talking about. Aonuma recalls an incident where he met a kid who excitedly proclaimed that he had played Tears of the Kingdom for over 1,000 hours. They remember the child's mother smiling at his proclamation, and Aonuma being shocked that one person could play a game that much. He recalls that a lot of other people would happily tell him how they've played Tears of the Kingdom for many hours, and he hopes to use that experience gained from working on Tears of the Kingdom for future titles. Zelda is a long-standing series, and I would like to utilize the experience from this title to create more games that everyone can enjoy in the future, so please look forward to it. To all those who have played Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, thank you very much. And then Tears of the Kingdom director Fujibayashi says that he observed that many ways people have been playing and enjoying the game, noting that it brought joy to the staff as a whole. He singles out the Ultra Hand in particular, where its unique ability to attach and detach objects has helped create unique vehicles and devices. Tears of the Kingdom has really grown on me. I enjoyed it at the beginning, and I kind of forced myself to finish it. In the past couple weeks, I went back and probably put 20 hours into it, and I really do think it's an amazing game, and I can see all the work that went into it. So seeing them get this kind of feedback and saying, look forward to new games, and we're going to utilize stuff we learned from this to put that in future projects, I think the future of the Zelda series is going to be amazing. I don't know if it'll ever go back to a traditional Zelda, but whatever it turns out to be, I'm sure it's going to be something exciting. So this makes me very happy. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about all this information? As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below about everything we talked about today. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you could. I would really appreciate a follow. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers, so I'm trying to hit a subscriber goal and some follower goals, and I'm going to be doing a huge giveaway, so subscribe if you can. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and you guys know me. I'll be seeing you soon with a new video. Peace out.